I just want to confirm that down here I'm technically recording this on the 10th of February, so I'm not technically late to it. Hello everyone, my name is Clement and welcome back to Bendy and the Ink Machine. I'm recording this on February 10th, so today is supposed to be the 6-year anniversary of Bendy and the Ink Machine. Now, I did not play this game on this day 6 years ago, but it is the anniversary. I'm recording it on this day. I can't upload this at the moment because as the video I uploaded yesterday stated, I was, striked. I couldn't fucking do this. So now we're gonna get into it, and hopefully I'll be able to upload this before February ends so I can at least land in the same month. But, long story short, if you haven't gone and watched the last video, YouTube should not be allowed to take down old videos that don't follow their new guidelines. But anyway, yeah, I fucking love Bendy and the Ink Machine. I could go on about this for days, but I'm so excited to play the very first version of this game. Dear Henry, it seems like a lifetime since we've worked on cartoons together. 30 years really slips away, doesn't it? If you're back in town, come visit the old workshop. There's something I need to show you. Your best pal, Joey Drew. Oh my god, this is gonna be so nostalgic, actually. I haven't played the first version of Bendy and the Ink Machine since I played it 6 years ago.
All right, Joey. I'm here.
Oh my god.
See if we can find what you wanted me to see.
Oh my god, it looks so... It's so different. The Bendy still has the 3 marks on his gloves. The colors are so much more desaturated. Oh my god. This... I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If I haven't really expressed it much before, Bendy has very big personal significance to me. And I plan to make a full video just talking about Bendy and nothing else, but oh my god, does Bendy, I know it's just a game, a lot of people will say, but it genuinely means so much to me, and it's so weird to go back and play the original, very first version of it. The ambiance there used to be, the projector doesn't make this noise anymore either, it's different. There's something so much more eerie about the old sound of the projector. I can't explain it. And I love how some of the models stayed the same. Like, if you look at this model of the projector here, and but there's also the music coming from it. Can you still turn it off? You can't. You couldn't turn it off in this version. If you look at this projector though, and then you look at the projectionist. I'm sorry, I keep hitting my computer, so it's causing the webcam to shake. It still has the same base. Oh, that's right. You can't even sprint yet. I want to go down here, where it's all... There's just a door here. There's not even a staircase that's boarded up. It's just a door. That's it.
Hey, here's my old desk. I wasted so much time in this chair.
I love this game, dude. He has I don't know if you guys have a full grasp, a well idea of how much this game legitimately means to me. And the Joey Drew Studios thing isn't even here. It's just some gears on the wall. I can't wait to go down this hallway, because this hallway is where old Boris and the old Ink Machine are, and I think those are the most nostalgic parts. And I'm pretty sure there isn't even a hallway. I'm pretty sure when I turn this, it's just going to be an open room with the Ink Machine. Yeah, the Ink Machine's just down there in an open room. We'll get down there in a minute. Yeah, this has pretty much stayed the same throughout the whole development. This room, for the most part. Yeah, this... Oh my god. There's nothing in that room. It doesn't open now. I love how true the other one
So
remains,
this is
but...
the ink machine, huh? Wonder how you turn it on.
I completely forgot he even says that. I'm so used to the... Alright, let's see what you're hiding, old friend, and then he lifts it back up. And here he just looks straight at it. I don't know why there's something more eerie about this version than the other one. There's something that's so unnerving about the very first version of the game. Maybe it's because of the fact that, none of the other lore and the whole crazy, twisted, fantastical world is here yet. There's something more disturbing about just a flat-out abandoned building than a magical world underneath this. But, I don't know. It's just the ambiance that goes around here. It's very silent. You don't have footsteps, really. Well, you do, but they're very quiet. All you really hear is the ambiance. Oh, when Bendy had 3 marks on his gloves, that's so weird to look at now. That's so weird to look at. Because Because I'm pretty sure they changed that after. I think this poster still has it in the final game. I don't remember. I think sometimes Benny still has 3 marks on his gloves, but for the most part, I'm pretty sure they changed it to 2 dots instead of 3 gloves to not rip off like Mickey Mouse. So, I forgot about that. See, even that for some reason is more eerie in this version. Um, but yeah, I like the 2 dots. I forgot he. There we go. We'll get to you in a minute, Papa. That was his original name, if you guys didn't know. He doesn't even say anything here. I don't remember if he says anything in the final game either, though. Does he say something when the board falls? I don't think he does. I know he's. Well, then this room.
Alright, how do I get this to work?
Uh, it's not that different, but it feels so much different. It's so much smaller and quaint. This really feels like a tiny animation studio, more than what it is underneath.
Oh, who put this here?
No one. And here's Boris.
Oh
Here's the
my
old
god.
Boris. Oh.
Joey, what were you doing?
I'm really glad they eventually decided to change this model. It's always almost felt rushed. I feel like I mean, this game was made in a very short amount of time anyway, so of course it might feel a little rushed. I'm pretty sure it was made in like less than a week, but this does not look like the same character. Does he? He doesn't even have the cheeks, does he? No, it does not look like the same character, and I'm really happy that they went and changed it. This goofy guy has a special place in my heart for a lot of reasons, but I'm glad he wasn't the one that actually made it into the final version, although the amount of detail that's been in his guts has always concerned me a little bit. Also, I've never understood what these are on his hands. When I first played Bendy, I stood here looking at this for so long, and I have no idea what these are supposed to be on his arms. If they're supposed to be like chains that are on him? I have no clue. This door doesn't open. Yep, okay. Um, yeah, it's so weird to go back through too and just see how true the final version did stay to the original chapter. Of course, a bunch of things were changed about chapter 1 later, but for the most part, it's all changed. And in this version, the place where the items are random every single time. So I've got to go find where they're at. I remember where they spawn though. 6 years later, I still remember where all the objects can spawn. So that's cool.
At this point, I don't
Oh
give a
my
shit
god,
what the plan
it
is.
doesn't show up on the side. I
The
completely
excavations
forgot.
aren't being finished on time anymore, and I certainly don't see why we need this machine. It's noisy, it's messy, and who needs that much ink anyway? Also, get this. Joey had each one of us donate something from our workstation. We put them on these little pedestals in the break room to help appease the gods, Joey says. Keep things going. I think he's lost his mind. But hey, he writes the checks. But I tell you what, if one more of these pipes burst, I'm out of here.
Again, this ambiance is in the background. I don't think the ambiance that's going on in the back stays in the new game. What's always been a funny inconsistency about that Wally Franks tape is that they call this the break room. They put pedestals up in the break room. A, this looks fucking nothing like a break room. B, later in the game, they made an actual break room. If you don't, I'll get over there as fast as I can. I can't sprint in this version. But down here, this door, later on in development, opens up. And it's, later on in development, this door opens up, and it's the break room. It's the actual break room. But there aren't pedestals in the actual break room. Where is all this stuff? I know I saw a record and a book out here. Here's the plushie. The Squeakoo! Oh my god, I love the Squeakoo. That's been my phone notification sound for, like, 4 years. Has been, yeah, here's the record. For, like, 4 years, I've had my phone notification sound. Whenever I get a notification, it's the Bendy Squeakoo. I love it. I think this is the one that stayed consistent. I think Henry's ink thing was always there. As for the cog, I'm pretty sure it would be in the ink machine room. I think the cog's always been in the ink machine room, but in this version it's kind of hidden behind it. Correctly. I remember incorrectly. It's somewhere in here, I think. Is it not? I thought it would hang out of one of these drawers or something. I thought it was in this room. I've had this same problem for 6 years where I can find every item and I can't find the cog. Because I remember so vividly the first time I played through this game, I found every object so easily, and then I was looking for the cog for a really long time. And it's funny that I've played this game for so long and can't remember what the cog is. There it is. That's right. I think sometimes it spawns in the ink machine room, but... Oh yeah, they just automatically come here. I missed this, actually. How they're floating right here? Actually, where's the wrench? That's right. I forgot about that. I don't know if it's still in this room. I know it's usually coming out of Boris's chest, but I don't remember if it's still kept in this room. I don't think so. I think I'm gonna have to go somewhere else and look for it. Yeah, it's not in this room. Okay. Because the wrench being in Boris's chest wasn't something that was introduced until Chapter 2 when they changed his model. So, I gotta find the wrench somewhere else. Oh! I completely forgot that was there.
That's all of them. Now I just need to get the ink flowing somehow.
Something I also
Switch
forget.
around your
I
Then I can start up the main power.
is it gonna play the tune? Okay, I guess not. Cool. What I was gonna say is that the CG5 song where he uses that melody, I know I should be the world's biggest Bendy fan, and I should know this because of how much I say I am the world's biggest Bendy fan. I forgot that that was originally from this game. I thought CG5 did it, and I feel ashamed of admitting that, but I forgot it was something that was originally in Chapter 1. To be fair, CG5 made it really famous, though. I miss this. I get that it's more realistic now that that you place them instead of them just floating in the air, but this is still so cool to me that they float in here. It really gives the feeling that you're about to do something really bad and that these are mystical ritual objects. Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta go. Normally you have to come back here and then he says he can't flip it and then you gotta go over to that room and do it. Listen, this game doesn't have as much script barrier as the final version does. The most nostalgic jump scare of all time. There we go. Oh, the sound is different. And he doesn't even say anything about it. Ugh, that scared me. And oh my god, the old GIF that's on here that you can see the black outline on. Oh my god. This room doesn't even flood or anything. You're just gonna start hearing pipes move. Yeah, oh, that's so cool. I forgot this had a different sound. He doesn't say anything or anything. To be fair, I know I'm supposed to be the world's biggest Bendy fan again, but I haven't played this version of the game in 6 years. Give me a break. There are the pipes. Oh, and the music starts welling up too. That doesn't happen anymore. Let's go flip the switch and do something we really weren't supposed to do and start a legacy that would go on for 6 years. Oh yeah, you can hear it going in this room. Forgot about technically this door would basically lead to the other. Not exactly, but if you like hack through the game and you go through this door, the ink machine's like right basically on the other side over there. So it's really cool that you can actually hear it going from here. I never knew what this was, if it was supposed to be a vent or something. I'm pretty sure it was removed later on. The light's flickering in Boris's room. Is there actual ink? Oh, there is actual ink coming out of him. I thought a puddle just showed up on the ground. I forgot ink came out of him.
What the heck is this?
Yes, the Meatly! I love this Easter egg. I love that it's been here for 6 years. I guess it makes sense, though, because if you look at that, it actually is moving. Which it did not make sense how a pipe goes into a wooden board and then causes him to start splattering ink. But I'm pretty sure this mechanic is still a thing in the final game, so I guess they just never addressed the fact that there's a pipe coming out of the ground into a wooden board. Because this always looked like it was supposed to be a table that you lay down and then stand up. But that's not how it works, I guess, because we never see any Borises laying down on tables. They're always stood up like that. Okay, and I'm pretty sure in this version, if you go now, if you go back to the door, oh, that's gonna be so cool. Let me do that. But now in Bendy, if you go back to the door, I'm pretty sure it just won't let you out, and Henry won't say anything. But in this version, yeah, it's boarded up. Yeah, probably because they couldn't figure out. I don't know. Maybe they coded it so that the floor broke when you switched the pump and not when Bendy jump scared you, so you would fall through the floor if you went through here before this. But yeah, this is boarded up now, and they removed this later. And if you go here in the normal version of Bendy now, you can go to the exit door, but you won't fall or anything. Henry just won't say anything about it. But in this version, it's boarded up here, and I don't see a lot of people talk about this. I don't think it's a very well-known secret. I went and discovered this secret again 6 years ago. I went and played this game and thought, what would happen if I went back here? And I discovered this. And since I discovered this 6 years ago, I'm not saying I was the one who found it, and I'm not saying people haven't talked about it except me. I'm sure there have, but I don't really see anyone talk about this being boarded up in this version. Probably because it's not significant at all. I just think it's interesting that it's boarded up all the way over there in this version. And then later they removed it. The most nostalgic jump scare I will probably ever experience. FNAF 1 cannot compare to this to me. There he is! Oh my god. Bird moving smile. Oh, I forgot there's a strobe light.
Get the hell out of here.
I forgot he says that too. I gotta get the hell out of here. Yeah, and here there's... Before the studio started falling apart, the music's very loud here, I'm sorry. I don't know if you can hear me very well because of how loud the music is, but before they made the studio start falling apart, there would just be ink walls here that you weren't allowed to walk through. So this you just can't walk through if you try. Alright. Oh yeah, you can actually look up and see all the way up there, because they didn't add the ink dripping effects from the ceiling before. That's neato. Oh, and you walk slower because you hurt your legs. If you guys didn't know that, that's actually a real
definitely come in handy.
That's a real mechanic. After you fall, you walk slower for a little bit, because obviously a fall from that height would hurt your legs. It doesn't look very high in that, well, I guess, like, if you've ever seen 30 feet in real life, it doesn't look as tall as you would think 30 feet would. Oh, the old wood chopping sound effect. Just the old axe animations and everything anyway. But yeah, it doesn't look that high when you look back up from it. It's still pretty high. That would hurt a lot if you fell from there. But if you've ever seen how tall 30 feet is in real life, it doesn't look as tall as you think it would. And I'm pretty... The canonical height Henry fell was 30 feet from that. Which, again, I always find it funny how it was never fucking elaborated. I forgot the door is just straight there. Yeah, you don't go down anything. It's just right there. There's not even a door. It's just open. Completely. Oh my god. Yeah, it's never elaborated. And I found it funny in 6 years of fucking development. Well, actually not. This game was in development for maybe 4. And then we got Dark Revival like 5 years later. I don't know. But... Well, when did Chapter 5 come out? Was it 2018 actually? I thought it was late 2018 that Chapter 5 came out for Bendy, so really that's only like a year or two about. But yeah, it's never elaborated in all of the original Bendy and the Ink Machine how the fuck you're supposed to normally get down here. My leading theory is that in the break room, that area that's boarded off, that you can't get to, my leading theory is that through there is how you're supposed to normally get down here. But yeah, it's not elaborated fully. There's not a confirmation of how you're supposed to get down here. This is gonna be shit. I forgot that happens the second you walk in. I'm used to having to go to the pentagram. End of the chapter. Yay! Oh my god, support chapter 2 on Patreon. Jesus. I also kind of miss this artwork of Bendy. I think the alpha design was cool, and I'd like to see it incorporated in some kind of design. I've also thought it all... Oh, I can't use my mouse, I can't show you. I always thought it kind of looked like there was supposed to be an eye under the ink where it drips down far. I don't know. But yeah, really only 2 people worked on this game. There's like no credits. Oh my god. Bendy will return. Yay. Oh my god. That face is so iconic. To me anyway. I love it. Anyway, that's the original very first version of Oh, this cutscene. I forgot about this cutscene. This scene is actually so cool to me. I love this. Anyway, Bendy and the Ink Machine, the original very first version of Chapter 1. That's the whole video. That's all I really wanted to do. I don't have a lot to talk about. Well, I could sit here and ramble about Bendy for an hour, but I want to do a whole separate video where I do that. So for now, I'm not really going to talk about Bendy a whole lot. Yeah, the original very first version of Bendy and the Ink Machine. There it is. Hopefully you guys were reminded of some things you missed or whatever. But yeah, it's just so weird to go back 6 years later and play the very first original version. To be fully honest, there isn't that much that changed. The core elements of the chapter is still there in the new version of the game. Everything's still basically the same. They added things, removed some things, added more details, made it more polished, but for the most part, the general structure is still entirely there. And I love that. I love how true to the original project this game has stayed for years. But anyway, yeah, I love Bendy. I don't have much else to say. I would say more, but again, I want to make a whole separate video about this. So for right now, I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you have a great day. And Klein Den out.